How you doing? My name is John Sikoris, and this is Sheree Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
What's going on? Back for more bullshit. Alright. What are you guys doing? By the way, I got a message from Joe. Listen to me. The magazine, right here. Okay? With your boy on the cover. Check it out. Okay? The new issue, which is kicking ass. Boston Lloyd in here. Okay, he's got an article in here. Lee Priest's got an article in here. Obviously, I got an article in here. My boy Dave Goyce, American Muscle's got an article in here. Jerry Ward, my other boy, has an article in here. Joe Pietaro writes this stuff. Joe Pietaro was the friggin' Joe used to write Arnold Schwarzenegger's column, okay, when we all worked at Muscular Development together. That's right. Arnold didn't write his own column. Or you think Arnold's going to sit there in front of a fucking computer and sit there and, like, you know, tap away and shit like that and tell you his story? No. Joe did it for him, okay? So, a lot of these guys, what the pros do is they call in. This is a magazine industry, a little trick here, okay? The pros don't really write their own columns, okay? Most of them don't. Sean Ray wrote his own column. Lee Priest wrote his own column sometimes. Sometimes Ron Harris would write it, but Lee Priest writes his own shit a lot of times, okay? Obviously, I wrote my own shit. Nobody can write what the fuck I write. And, you know, really, I don't think there's too many other pros that wrote their own columns, or even had been. What they would do is they would call up, and they would call up their ghostwriter, their guy, okay? And, you know, it was either Joe Pietaro. I think Joe used to write Flex Wheeler's column. Joe used to write a lot of people's column. And like famous guys like that. Flex Wheeler's a god in bodybuilding, okay? But, you know, even Dorian Yates, they'd all write, you know, they'd write their column. You know, Joe would write a lot of their columns. Joe was the big writer over there. So was Ron Harris, okay, the two of them. Now, a little side note. I really wish Joe and Ron Harris would get along because, you know, I like both of those guys. Joe's my boy, obviously. I'm closer with Joe because, you know, we're long-time Guinea friends and stuff. But, you know, come on, Ron Harris is my boy, too. So, come on. You guys stop that shit. Muscular, look at. Muscle Sport Magazine. Almost a Muscular Development. Look, Muscle Sport Magazine. Now, the reason I'm telling you is because, and if you like to read Boston Lloyd shit, it's in there. You know, this is like a collector's issue, and it's a fucking black and white. It's not the whole issue, black and white. That's the name of it. That's the theme of this cover, okay, with me on there. And I'm going to tell you something. It's selling out, okay? So Joe might have to get a second printing done, so if you want one, you got to get your ass in there and fucking tell him now. Not that he's going to, you know, what I'm trying to tell you is otherwise, you know, the second printing is going to come out, and it just, you know, get it now while it's hot, all right? That's the point of that. All right, listen, I get some. I got to thank a lot of you guys because I know you guys been really getting into the shit we've been talking about lately. Because I'm getting some heavy. I got a lot of heavy questions, boy. You know what I mean? We've talked about everything from fucking, you know, post-traumatic stress syndrome last show and you know, dealing with that and anxiety before that and you know, night frights and fucking learning to love yourself and all kinds of good stuff that we've been talking about, okay? Now I'm starting to get people trying to ask me. I guess I opened up Pandora's box. I'm not going to answer that this week. I'm going to wait till next week. Maybe I'll answer some of these, but you know, I get guys asking me about how to deal with that and all kinds of stuff. Girlfriends breaking up, all kinds of good shit. So we'll get into that stuff, okay? But this week I got two pretty good questions that I think I want to answer for you guys, and I think you guys will like the questions. So I'll start off with the lighter one first, and then I'm gonna go to the more heavy question after that, all right? Which means, you know, the one that's a little juicier. So, but anyway, all right, listen, again, you can get the magazine, okay? Right? You know, there you go. You get the magazine with your boy. Look at that. Look at that fucking mug. Hey, okay? The American flag glasses. Classic, bro. Classic. Go to Titan Medical. Yeah, I'm not plugging it, guys. I'm telling you the truth. I'm sick of guys asking me where to go. Titan Medical is one of a few companies. I know it's the one that the pros use, okay? A lot of pros use Titan Medical. And that's where they go to get all their fucking legit juice. You get doctor's prescriptions, all kinds of stuff. Legit. You don't send your money and then biting nails. Is the stuff going to come? And you don't have to worry. You got a prescription. You can sit there at the police station down there and go, hey, wait. Excuse me, officer, I got to take my shot of testosterone. Okay? Because the babanya is a prescription. Dude, that doesn't get better than that, all right? And if you don't want to go there and that bothers you, that I'm saying is, dude, there's no promo code. I'm not saying you call Titan Medical and use promo code Momo or any of that shit. We don't do that, okay? There's no promo code because I don't get a fucking dime if you go there or not. I'm trying to help you guys. Now, I don't know if I'm spitting because, wait, hold on. Okay, I don't know if I'm spitting on the fucking thing there, but alright, so we're going to get into some good shit, and I guess I'll get started, but if you need the juice, you know, you need the babanya, you know, Titan Medical, yo, and by the way, check out Charisse. Hey, listen, not for nothing, Charisse is John's wife. That's one good-looking woman. Man, and she's a mom, too. I'd be a motherfucker. I know you guys. Yeah, I better shut up all in my head. All right, guys. Got the clipboard, so we're going to get busy. Let's get into some bullshit right now. All right, first question. Now, again, I've been getting some heavy shit. And, Shaney K, one of my boys, Shaney K, what's up? Okay, one of my boys on there, supporter, good supporter, is always here, said he wants to lighten things up a little bit this week. So I agree with him. He wants to know, he said, Greg, you look pretty good for your age. Hey, thanks a lot, Shaney. He wants to know, because I'm going to be 60 years old in like a little over a year. I'm going to be 60 years old, all right? So I'm approaching 60, and he wants to know, what do I do to help keep myself young, you know, and stop the anti-aging, and he wants, and he said, you know, because I got a girlfriend that's half my age. Shaney, you know the story. You know what I'm saying? The gagoots. I get the Italian gagoots. No. I got a cold. Now I don't sniff cocaine. You know what I mean? I'm over here. I got to run. I got the, you know, the bronchitis is finally going away. But, you know, it's fucking cold here in New York. So relax. You know, Valentino's sniffing while he's talking. He must be doing cocaine. Or snorting pre-workout. No. Nice try. So anyway, so it's just Shaney K's even saying that, you know, like, oh, you got a girlfriend half your age. How do you do that shit? And, you know, with the young, you know, being young and all. I can't stand this woman like who's fucking bugging me. Right, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, baby. Alright. Anyway. First of all, I'm going to be 60 years old in a little bit over a year. A year in August, I'll be 60 years old, okay? Yeah, I'm a Leo. Now, and in case you're wondering, it's August 5th. So anyway, what do I do to stay young? First of all, it's the most obvious thing is that you eat good. And you got to keep your sugars and your starches. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of you guys watching this are young, okay? There's a lot of young guys watching this. So you're like, Valentino, I don't really give a shit about this. I'm 21. I don't care about anti-aging. You should. Because before you know it, what you do today, affects what happens to you when you're my age. Just like getting a fucking job, you lazy sod. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get a job. Stop being a fucking momo. Get out there and work. Alright? Because what you do today affects what happens to you later on down the road. Alright? Now, by the way, I saw on the internet where somebody Googled me and said it said I was worth $11 million. Dude, I don't have $11, much less $11 million. So don't ever believe that shit. The reason why I say that is because what you do today, dude, a magazine columnist, okay? That's what I've been for so long, it's not even funny. But I'm on a fucking Titanic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because magazines are tanking. You know, Joe, Muscle Sport Mag again. Muscle Sport Mag right here, bro. Okay? This is one of the last magazines around. Okay? Even Muscular Development, which we used to work for, and I love Steve Bleckman. God bless you, Steve. God bless you. Okay? I got no beef with any of that shit. I love Ron Harris. I get along great with him. And Joe, I love you, you know. You guys. Anyway, but the magazine is one of the last fucking, you know, it's one of the last magazines around. Okay? Even Muscular Development's only doing, it's not even monthly anymore. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Plan for your future. Because it's important. Because today affects tomorrow. Now, what does that have to do with me looking young? Well, it has a lot to do with it, okay? Because the one thing I do is I eat good, okay? I eat protein and I eat fats. I was turned on to the whole ketogenic type eating. We didn't call it keto back then. It was the anabolic diet at first. Because Mauro Di Pasquale started a lot of this stuff, okay? Now, of course, Atkins has been doing this a long time. But by the way, I think I've told you this before. I knew Dr. Atkins. He's dead now, okay? I hope so. They buried him. Sorry. Anyway, but Dr. Atkins was not a diet doctor. That's what shocks everybody. He was a heart surgeon who specialized in actually doing surgery on the morbidly obese. Yes, it's true. Dr. Atkins specialized in doing surgery on the morbidly obese. So when he gets somebody that's like 500 fucking pounds and they needed heart surgery, they can't just get heart surgery right away. They got to lose weight first or they'll die on the operating table. So he designed the Atkins diet, which is a high-fat based diet for severe weight loss. So that's how you know that shit works, okay? So Mauro Di Pasquale started this stuff, and so I've been doing it a long time, guys, all right? I've been keeping the carbs low. I have moments where I don't do that, and I start eating the fucking like a gavone, and, you know, I start fucking wolfing down the macaronis and shit like that. Not mac and cheese, bro. Italian, we call it macaroni. You guys call pasta, okay? Yes, the modern Italian calls it pasta, but us old school Guineas. Yeah, remember, I'm fucking old, bro, okay? Us old school Guineas. You know, we call it gravy and fucking and macaroni, okay? So I have moments where I eat that. I'm not gonna lie, but right now I'm not really eating that. Very rare, very rare. So keeping the carbs low and keeping the sugars out is a key component, okay? Doesn't mean you can't cheat. It just means you gotta keep that shit legit. You know what I'm saying? Like where you earn it, you know? Doesn't mean I'm never going to have a bowl of ice cream. Doesn't mean I'm never going to have a chocolate chip cookie or a brownie or any of that stuff. It means I'm not going to eat it every day, okay? And I only eat it on a rare occasion, like holidays or something like that. I'm not going to, you deserve a little treat. But, so keeping the carbs low and keeping the sugars low is a really key component to staying looking young. And I notice it fucking shocks a lot of people, but a good multivitamin, good multimineral, vitamins and minerals, your micronutrients, are very important, okay? They're very important to keeping the body functioning right and keep like the fucking line moving inside you, so to speak, okay? So vitamins and minerals, daily, multivitamin, multimineral, or at least every other day. That's one of the things. Then what you got to do is you got to take care of the digestive tract. Okay, we've talked about some of this before, but you're asking me what I do to stay young. Okay, so the digestive tract is your immune system. All right, and we don't want inflammation. We don't want any kind of bullshit. It's bad enough I tan all the time, which doesn't help my skin. You know what I mean? It makes sometimes that can make me have bags under my eyes and not look so fucking young. Okay, but I do compensate, take a lot of vitamin D, and I do take good digestive enzymes. I take a probiotic with prebiotic. Probiotic is the good bacteria. Prebiotic feeds the good bacteria. I take a good digestive enzymes. I take bromelain. I take a digestive enzyme, which has got, all the good stuff in it that helps you amylase protease, all the different stuff that helps to break down all the different foods you eat, okay? I drink the apple cider vinegar. I've been doing that for years. I used to do it with me and Joe. Used to do the show. I used to have a bottle there because I'd be eating a pizza sometimes with him, and I would drink right from the bottle, bop, 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 like that with vinegar. Okay, here's Joe. You sit there and go, Jesus Christ. So I drink the apple cider vinegar. All right, I eat a lot of. I do eat a lot of yogurt. Okay, but I eat a lot of I use the Greek yogurt. The one thing I do that people don't like is in a yogurt I will use Truvia. Okay, that's my, I think it goes great with yogurt. But if you put Truvia on like peanut butter or something, which is another thing I eat. I eat organic peanut butter. I eat the Teddy's, whatever natural one it's called. And it's, sometimes I get it made from the fucking Mrs. Green's. And sometimes I'll get the Teddy's because it's got flaxseed oil in it. You know what I mean? I take that, okay? But with that, if you put Truvia on it, it tastes sour. Because stevia is bitter. So what I'll use is I use Splenda. Now, I know a lot of people are like, no, that's so bad for you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? It's not worse than sugar. What fucking sugar does to you is brutal. Okay? It's brutal. I'm just telling you. I think that part of staying young is managing insulin. Okay? That's huge in staying young. The digestive tract is really important. Okay? But managing your insulin is very, very, very good. Keep the bromelain, by the way, in there because it helps to, to get rid of all the. Not only does it help you digest, but it helps, with the inflammation. But, like I was saying to you, dude, you gotta fucking manage that insulin because insulin sensitivity is super important. The more sugar you eat, the less your body, the more. Not only do you secrete more insulin, but the insulin doesn't fucking bind with the sugar. It becomes desensitized, so to speak. Okay? And then you're fucked. Alright? Because then you got sugar high, insulin high, and none of that shit they're not meeting, bro. You understand? The beta cells are all fucked up inside your liver. You're really fucked up. So it's good to keep the sugar low. So, and the other thing is, I also eat essential oils, like I do take flaxseed oil gels. I take sometimes primrose oil gels, but I definitely take fish oils, and I think that that's important. You got to get the omegas in it. That's really seriously important because it helps with inflammation, and inflammation is bad. That's why I also take extra bromelain with the digestive enzymes because bromelain is an inflammation killer. Keeping inflammation down is the key. So, and obviously keeping your insulin, which also causes inflammation, keeping insulin, down by lack of carbs and sugars and, taking a good Slim pill or metformin or whatever also helps with fucking inflammation, okay? So that's a key right there. So, and the other thing is, I believe in testosterone maintenance, okay? Which means if you're going to do testosterone, just for the anti-aging, if you're going to do testosterone, you don't need lots of testosterone. 2 to 400, 400 is high, okay? But it's good. We'll take the 400. And then if you're a bodybuilder, 400 is a beautiful thing, okay? When I do it, I only do 200, though. I got to be honest with you. A little afraid of the ticker. You know what I mean? And besides this, my benefits could only fucking supply the 200. Now, I'm just starting right now. I'm going to start, okay? So, I just got the benefits. Everything's going beautiful, all right? So, we're going to be doing, the TRT. But that's what I'm trying to say. So, it's those things. The growth hormone, a lot of people like growth hormone for anti-aging. Bro, I'm a little afraid of growth hormone. All my friends, their face thickens, their nose widens, everything gets thicker and shit. I don't like that shit. Plus, it's expensive. I don't believe in growth hormone for me. If that's for me, bro. You guys can do the growth hormone if you want. For me, I'm a little afraid of it. It's also, too, because if there's cancer in there, the testosterone's not going to fucking do anything to it. But the goddamn, the growth hormone is like throwing kerosene on that shit, okay? So if you got tumors and that kind of shit on you, you're in trouble. Even Dave Palumbo talks about that. You gotta be very careful, okay? And, and working out regularly. that's another part of what I feel. Like, I train the same way I did when I was 21. I just don't use the weights I used to be able to do. But I still have fucking serious intensity. And I fucking bust my hole in the gym, okay? And I believe that that's another thing. You got to mentally make yourself feel young. By training that way and doing things correctly, I believe that you're going to have, you know, you're going to be young. You got to be young in the mind. You know what I mean? When you're, you know, when your brain thinks young, if you believe that you're young in heart, you know, I dress younger, I listen to fucking modern music. Bro, I grew up in the 60s and 70s. I don't sit there and listen to, you know, once in a while I'll listen to Zeppelin and shit like that, Metallica, you know, but I got to be in the mood for that stuff, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I listen to modern music, you know. I do listen to Italian traditional music. So I was brought up with that, sorry. But, you know, my father, you know, Jimmy Roselli, you know, stuff like that, you know, the course of time, you gotta listen to fucking Frank Sinatra. You motherfucker, this fucking phone. Look at this, every time I'm here. Hey, disconnect that fucking phone. Anyway. It never rings until I start doing this shit. And it's nobody. Alright, where's my phone? I don't have my phone here. That's the house phone. Anyway, so, you know, keeping your mindset young is really huge too, okay? And, you know, I do have a young girlfriend. My girlfriend, fuck, I've been with her a long time, man. She's, you know, since she was a teenager, you know, and I'm older than her mother. You know, mother lies about the age, so we're not sure. I'm either 5 to 7 years older than her mother. You know what I mean? You never know. I don't think so much. Dude, she's got a sister, my girlfriend. Now, remember, this is a little sidebar here, guys. You know, this is, you know, all the shit that's going on right now with Trump and build a wall and all that shit. My girlfriend wants my mother on the other side, her mother on the other side of the wall. You know what I mean? But, you know, because my girlfriend's from Mexico. But, the thing is that she's got sisters that are here, all right, in this country. First of all, the mother and everybody, you know, they don't speak good English, bro. And, you know, the sister's been here for fucking, like, 32 years. They can't speak English at all. But that's not the big thing. The mother, they're not even sure how old the sister is. The mother's like, I don't know. I don't know when I had it. And I'm like, how could you not know? How the fuck do you not know when you had your kid? You don't even know what year it is. She's not even sure about the year, and she's not sure about the month. So the daughter, the one daughter, my girlfriend's one sister, her older sister, they don't know the age. She doesn't know her age. She's not sure. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? She's not sure. She's like 38, 37, 36. She's not even sure. Okay? And she's not even sure what month she's born in. She has a guesstimate. Because the mother doesn't even remember. Neither does the father. That's how fucked up they were. You know, they had the kid in Mexico, and then they came here. But what I'm saying is, okay, you got to you get what I'm dealing with over here? And this is true, okay? So my mother was really fucked up, as most of you guys know already. But that's the kind of fucking shit, you know. What does that have to do with anti-aging? I have no fucking clue. But I said it anyway. My girlfriend keeps me young, okay? And, you know, my girlfriend, I have kids, you know, that are the same age as my girlfriend, so. All right. Anyway, that's enough of the anti-aging. So listen, okay, well, let's bottle this up really fast, okay? First of all, train like you did always, okay? Take a good multivitamin, good multimineral. Very important. Take, I like to take extra bromelain with my enzyme, digestive enzymes, okay? Because it's very important. Drink your apple cider vinegar. Oh, I also take, what do you call it? New salt. Okay, it comes in a blue thing. It's new salt. It's pure potassium citrate, however you say that shit. And then I'll even take a little bit of cream of tartar too, because that's potassium butyrate. However you say it, bitrate, whatever. Okay? So I take both of those, okay, daily. So I take all that. That's all for digestion. I take a good, I take a top of the line, probiotic with prebiotics, okay? Probiotic is the good bacteria. The prebiotic feeds the good bacteria, okay? I drink the apple cider vinegar. I'm not sure if I said that already. I'm fucking shot. I drink a lot of water, and I eat good. Keep the carbs low and manage insulin. All that shit matters, okay? You got to get the omegas in you. That's really seriously important. But I definitely take fish oils, and I think that that's important. If you want, you take some Slim pills with your food. Okay, even if you're eating protein, especially if you're drinking a lot of protein shakes, take like berberine and with extra berberine with your Slim pills. And if you can, if you're on, like I'm on metformin. So, that cuts right through the chase, you know what I'm saying? But if you can get metformin, it's a different story to help with your insulin, keep you a little bit insulin, more insulin sensitive, control the sugar secretion from your liver, all those kind of things. And that's how you stay young. And state of mind, bro. Everything is state of mind, okay? All right? If you're one of those guys that's still listening to, like, the Grateful Dead and you're my age and shit like that, yeah, dude, this is the best shit ever. Dude, get with the fucking living, okay? That shit was cute back in the 70s. It's not cute anymore. All right? I don't expect you to listen to this new, some of the hip-hop ass, like, fuck, I'll make money, motherfucker, or lazy fucking untalented pieces of shit like Cardi B. I'm sorry, bro. I don't like that shit. It's just, like, useless to me. I don't understand how that fucking woman even became a goddamn, whatever. How she even became a goddamn anything, She sucked the right dick. That's how she did it. She was a stripper who fucking met the right guy and fucking gave him the fucking, you know what I mean? The hoo-ha, All right. Enough of this bullshit. That's how you stay young. I hope that, helped you with this stuff, all right? You gotta keep your weight down, too. Okay, that's all part of the insulin management. All right, whatever. Next question. All right, and this here, Tom L. 22. How did you, reading from the clipboard, remember my own handwriting, I can't even read it. I know, I should print it out. I'm a lazy fuck. That's being a fucko. How did you go from being a natty bodybuilder, because I was a natty for 23 years, to being a super juice head and doing what you did to your body? Okay. All right. Wait, what was his name again? Tom L. All right, Tom L. 22. Here's the deal. This is a really good question, to be honest with you, because I got to tell you something. I was a natural bodybuilder for 23 years. And as a natural, I never lost my class. kicked ass, as a natural bodybuilder. I used to go up against guys on juice all the time. Tell everybody the story, you know what I mean? And when I, like in 1979, 1980, my friend Peter Neff was training me. Peter Neff was also Dave Palumbo's very first trainer. He's the one who taught Palumbo, get ready for a show and all that stuff when Dave was young. Okay, and he was a supernatural bodybuilder. And he won like 70 titles, and he was a fucking natural bodybuilder. Even when he beat people like Mike Ashley, fucking Tom Twillinger, he's beaten a lot of fucking really good guys. All right, put that aside, okay? He used to tell me that he was natural. And, you know, I'm natural. And I used to think in my head, what is natural, though? You know what I mean? Because back in the day, they only fucking... Joe Weider wanted, you know, bodybuilding to get in the Olympics, so they never talked about steroids. It was a hush-hush subject. So any of you guys who have old fucking Muscle Builder and all those Muscle Fitness, Muscle Builder, okay, you will know that they did not talk about steroids. You didn't hear Arnold or any of those big pros ever bring up steroids. It wasn't even brought up in Pumping Iron or any of that stuff back because it was kept hush-hush, okay? They wanted these guys to get in the Olympics. That was the goal. So, I didn't train at a bodybuilding gym. I trained at my house, and I trained at a Nautilus Center, okay, with one of Arthur Jones' disciples. His name was Bob Bath, all right? And I trained at his Nautilus Center, which was brutal, bro, okay? It was an awesome gym. I love it. It was to this day, I still have that in my heart because it was, you know, I mean, I trained at the YMCA in White Plains. I did a lot of those things, but not frequently like I did. This was my home gym, you know what I mean, my home base gym. So there were no bodybuilders there. Every once in a while, Mike Torsha, a few other guys who I'm still friends with to this day, you know, will come in. But nobody talked about steroids. So I didn't know anything about steroids. So when this guy Peter Neff started telling me about steroids and like their natural bodybuilding, I thought he meant he was a vegan. Like I only ate natural foods, like fucking, you know, lived on lettuce and maybe grass and shit, you know, like one of them granola eaters, you know. And it wasn't the case. What he meant was no steroids. Now, I found out later on. I didn't know the steroids, hormones. I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. The one who actually taught me a lot about that was two people. Mike Zumpano, who I believe he owned Twin Unipro, came out to amino acid, all that shit. And, you know, him and because he was a co-author, nobody knows this, of the book, The Underground Steroid Handbook. Okay, and when I went to Gold's Gym out there in like 1980, 81, and 82, I was out there. He used to have an office upstairs at Gold's Gym, and he would personally train a lot of the pros and help them get on the right drugs and everything. And he's the one who taught me about it, and so did Dan Duchesne, because they were partners. They wrote the book together. Everybody thinks Dan Duchesne wrote that Underground Steroid Handbook solely by himself. He did not. He wrote it with his Mike Zumpano. Okay, so I remember I was 21 years old. I was out in Gold's Gym. I looked fucking unbelievable. Samir Banu even put a post on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram and you see, like, this, you got to scroll down now. Might be like 2 years ago, so you got to really scroll down. But you'll see there's two pictures. We got to look at which one. One of them Samir Banu wrote on there and said, Greg, you should have never left. You could have gone all the way. You know, like I should have never left Gold's Gym. I should have stayed out there and just went for the Olympia and that kind of stuff. I didn't. Okay, I didn't want to. All right, but we'll get into that another time. That's not what this is about. This is about my transition from being a natural bodybuilder to being a juice monster. So anyway, I was this unbelievable natural. I looked unbelievable, and you know, when they were down there, they were looking at me and Zumpano and fucking and Dan Duchesne. Dan Duchesne actually used to compete at this time, so nobody knows that. So Duchesne was even telling me, dude, don't do anything. You're 21. Wait a little longer. You got some physique, man. You're tapping into that shit. You know, I can't believe you're natural. You know what I mean? Like, I look really good. I mean, I look just as good as anybody in Gold's Gym, and I was natural. So, you know, and then I was a teenager first, and then, you know, now I'm, you know, by the time I was 21, forget it. So they told me to wait a little bit, and I wasn't about to go on it anyway. I had no shot at all, so I couldn't fucking, you know, it takes money, so I couldn't, you know, go on it. But that's how I really discovered about steroids. Fast forward a little bit, so I came back home to New York. I started training more and more. I competed again, this, that, the other thing. I did some competitions, and then in came a new division, the NPC, okay, new league. So I started running shows for the NPC before Steve Weinberger started running shows. I was there, okay, before that. I was doing with the Carl Campagna, okay, who was not a nice person. Okay, was a piece of shit, to be honest with you, okay? But I was under his regime, and he was like fucking me over with, you know, money and stuff, you know, but I was a big promoter for the NPC. The people don't know that. I started promoting shows in like 85, you know what I mean, for the NPC. So, you know, I started going into that, and I started making shkarol. You know, I had a gym, and the gym was kicking ass, and I had all pro bodybuilders there, including Lee Haney, in 1987 when he was in his prime, was at my house eating my mother used to make, he loved Italian food, so my mother used to make him spaghetti meatballs, you know, and his sausage. He loved Italian. He used to say sausage. I love Italian sausage, you know. And so, you know, all that shit. Now, so I had all these pro bodybuilders: Leela Brada, Ron Love, Jackie Paisley, Laura Cavell, Vince Taylor, Tanya Knight, fucking Janet Tag, Dean Caputo, fucking my God, I can't even remember them all. John Defendis, fucking there's so many pro bodybuilders. Johnny Morant, fucking a lot of pro body. Vince Como Ford, Mike Menzer. I can't remember. Anyway, all these fucking bodybuilders, right? They all been in my gym that I owned, and in my house in Yorktown here. Okay, so anyway, so now, you know, my gym was really kicking ass. I was running shows. Eventually, I sold the gym, okay, and I stopped running bodybuilding shows because I was in trouble, all right, and this is like 91, 92, and I had a newborn baby, my son, and I really wasn't making money. I started bouncing at night in a gay bar. All right, it was a, you know, we all did. All the bouncers were straight. Simmer down with that shit, okay? It was all straight. All the bouncers were straight. A lot of bodybuilders used to work there and stuff like that. We were all straight, but we ran the security because they didn't want the bouncers mingling with the guys. You know what I mean? So I worked at that bar for a while. And at the same time, we started, my partner and I, Paul, we started building, I call him Frank in the Generation Iron videos, his name's Paul. But anyway, so Paul and I, we started building another gym. All right, and as we were building the gym, my friend introduced me to some drug dealers. Now, my friend was a fucking guy, you know, he's a good guy, he's my boy. But, you know, he got his feet into a little bit of everything. He wasn't a bodybuilder, but he said to me, Greg, you know all these fucking bodybuilders, bro. I got guys that fucking sell juice. All my friends sell juice. I could hook you up with them. They'll front you the money, you know, front you the stuff. And you go and you sell, you know, and then, you know, you sell to all these guys, you know, because you know all these bodybuilders. And that's how it really started. So I started selling steroids, and I was not taking it yet. And, you know, my gym opened and everything like that. And, you know, it was Powerhouse Gym. It was kicking ass. I have all these young guys coming in there. They would talk to me about bodybuilding. And, you know, I train them and shit. And we, you know, I help them work out and stuff. And now 6 months later, they're walking around bigger than me. All right? Now, I'm already a big drug dealer at this time. So I'm saying to myself, you know what, look at these fucking guys. They're getting bigger than me and shit like that, you know what I mean? And here I am, 6 months ago, they didn't even know how to fucking do a curl. And now they're walking around all jacked and shit because they all started taking steroids from day one, which is very bad, bro. Because if you start taking steroids from day one, you're going to be Pee Wee Herman. Half these bodybuilders, that's why when they go off, they look like Pee Wee Herman. They look like they never touched their fucking weight. All right, especially if they don't even continue to work out. That's why all these old bodybuilders, when you see all these old school the guys from the 80s, you see all these guys, Tom Prince, all these guys, they look like they never worked out a day in their fucking life. Even Paul Dillette, they were monsters. But when you start steroids from day one, that's what you get. Okay, I still have looked jacked and built and stuff, and I'm not on anything, even TRT yet. I was on it. Now I'm all, you know, I've been off for a long time, but now anyway, I'm gonna go back on. But the reason why I look good is because I was jacked naturally, okay? And whatever you have naturally is what you wind up with. That's why even Dorian Yates, look what he looks like. So, you know, about 1995 was, you know, end of 95, I started taking juice. The first thing I ever took was Anabolex. It was a little Dominican D-ball. And I was getting it for these guys and stuff. And dude, we were paying like $1.50, $2 selling that shit for fucking, you know, I was selling it for $50, but you get 100 D-ball for $50, that's a good price. And it was real legit D-ball. Anyway, so I'm sitting there one day and I'm just thinking, fuck this. You know, I just saw this kid, he was jacked, comes into the gym, now he was a little small, now he's super jacked. And I was making a lot of fucking scuttle, bro. A lot of scuttle, you know what I mean? So I said, you know what? Fuck this. I took one of the anabolic things. I had the pill in my hand, just one fucking pill. I had it in my hand like this, and I went, and I popped it in, and I said, holy shit, I'm not natural anymore. See, because, let me explain something to you, okay? I had so much pride being natural. And my friends used to brag about me, okay? I'd go to everywhere, no matter where I went, guys always thought I was Jew. I'd walk by guys, be Juice head. You know, I had that fight with Mark Wahlberg in a nightclub. In 1994, we went at it in, we had a fist fight, a real fist fight in Limelight and shit, because him and his boys kept going, steroids, Juice head. Now, my partner was on juice, but I wasn't, and I was jacked, okay? So, I used to get that a lot. I didn't care. I actually, still to this day, when people say, I don't believe those pictures of you are natural, I love that, dude. You know why? Because you're giving me a compliment. Because I was natural there. And the people that know me know I was natural, but I love that, bro. I love that, because I had that kind of a build, okay? I tell everybody the famous story. It's on Generation Iron, how I went to, I had this natural, what I'm trying to tell you is I had natural pride. I had pride, not that, you gotta understand, 23 years is natural. So when you get these kids on the fucking videos here, and I'm natty, what have you been training? A year and a half, you're still natty? Good for you, But I'm natty, bro. I was natty 23 fucking years, beating guys on steroids, okay? And the infamous story about how I'm at Johnny Lat's gym in Manhattan, Victor Martinez, we're all there, and I know Victor since he's young. He was like 21 years old, or 20 years old, 19, or whatever the fuck he was when I knew him, when I first met him. And I'm over there with my partner, Paul, everybody, we're all outside, and Paulie goes to me, hey, wait, I gotta get this kid, you gotta see this kid, dude, he's natural too, just like you. You're not gonna believe him, though. He runs aside, he brings him outside, the kid comes down, and it's this little black kid, and he's got these fucking lats on him and legs, bro. Now, I'm known for my legs, okay? I'm known for my legs. And no natty had legs like me, bro. But this fucking kid, I was like this. I couldn't believe he was natural. But the thing is, they're going, yo, hit a lat spread, hit a lat spread. Now, I had wide lats, too. But this kid's lats were denser than mine. We were in a width-wise, we were about the same. But the density on his, I didn't have that density like he had. I mean, his thickness and density was crazy. Anyway, so he hits a lat spread, boom. And I'm like, holy fuck, and he's posing for me. He's got these big thighs and shit, and I'm showing him my thighs. And he was pretty impressed, but still, we're sitting there, and I'm going, dude, I think this kid could beat me. No natural ever could beat my ass, bro. No natural, okay? But this kid had me. All right? And I'm going, holy fuck. Now, I'm a lot older. He was only, I think, a teenager at the time, or just turned, he was like 20 or whatever the fuck he was, 20, 21 now at the time. This is the mid-90s, it's just before I, started taking roids. So I was only like, maybe I was 33, 34, I don't know, somewhere around there. And I'm looking at this kid, and the kid's name, you might know him. His name is Kai Green. Yeah, Kai Green. So when people say to me, how does Kai Green? Dude, he was fucking natty. He was natty, bro. Natty. Okay? And he was that fucking good. Natty. That's why when he takes the babanya, bro, he gets so fucking big. And he's so, if he stopped taking steroids, he'll still be built. Because he was natty. Like that. I don't give a shit whether you believe it or not. I'm telling you, he was a natty bodybuilder, and he was fucking great. I don't give the fucking natties like that, because I was fucking great natty, but he was fucking beat my ass, okay? I'm telling you, the density on him, okay? He wasn't just big. I was big, but the density on him, the quality was something that you only get on roids, and he was natty. Just letting you know. So, when I popped that first fucking pill, all of that shit, my pride that I had, like I could go up against Kai Green and shit like that, and I shit my pants, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, I could not fucking believe. Like, I was like, no way. I actually just took steroids. I'm no longer natty. I don't care. It was just one pill. So, I took that, and then a couple of days later, I was like, you know what, fuck. I was just kind of depressed, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because I showed that pride, bro. I had that pride. The fact that, the one thing I had, everybody was, a lot of guys are jacked, okay? But the one thing that I had was that I looked like I was on steroids, but I was natty. So I felt good. The more you accuse me of taking steroids, the more you pumped my fucking ego, okay? And the same thing with Kai Green. If you said to Kai Green, you were on steroids, he'd be like, no, I wasn't. He felt good about that. Why? Because I look that good, right? I look like I'm on steroids. Because I had such a natural physique. So anyway. And this picture's of me at 11 years old. You can go look at me 11 years before I ever touched a weight. And I was fucking jacked, okay? Not jacked. Wait. Let me pull that back. I wasn't jacked. I was built, okay? I was built like a black kid. I had all the muscles all over me. I was 11. And I didn't do anything. Alright, so anyway. So a couple days later after this shit, I was like, fuck this shit. I just popped open. I had like 200-300 bottles of fucking Cypionate, Propionate, all that. I was like, fuck this. I reached in my box, popped open the fucking cap, and dumped a whole fucking bottle in me. And the rest is history. Okay? I put on 100 pounds. 100 pounds, bro. And I wasn't fat. And everybody sees that big balloon arm. That was the hematoma, bro. Both arms didn't look like that. And the rest of my body didn't look like that. And there's videos of me pumping. You can see veins in me and everything. I wasn't fucking... I didn't look at these guys from fucking Brazil. And I don't care. Who cares what they look like anyway? What does that affect your life? What do you give a shit? Right? It's like a girl with big tits. You see a fucking girl with big tits. You know, and you hear another girl go, what? My God, she's got those big tits and everything, but they're not real. Mine are real. Those are fake. Who cares? They look fucking good. I don't give a shit, okay? If that's what she wants, if a girl wants big basketball tits, who cares? That may not be my flavor. I like skinny, I like thin girls with a little ass. But if that's what you like, who cares? Anyway. So, a big part of me died, bro. And I figured, look, you're going to rob a bank. You're not going to rob a bank for $5, right? You're going to rob a bank, you're going to get out of there with some scott-hole. So that's the thing. When I fucking figured, okay, I'm going to fucking, I'm going to do this. I'm an all-or-nothing kind of guy. I don't think I've ever walked in the gym and said, you know what, today I'm just going to go light. I'm going to take it easy. I don't have it in me. I won't train if I feel that way. I will, because it'll make me hungrier to do a double the next day. Okay? So if I feel, if I go to the gym, I'm going to the gym to put my balls to the walls. Okay? That's how I operate. All right? Well, it's the same thing with the drugs. If I'm going to take the drugs, now it's different now. That's back then. My mentality is different now. I don't want to get a heart attack. So 200 milligrams, I'm good. Because I want anti-aging. I don't want to I'm not looking to get jacked anymore. I don't want to be big. All right? I'm too fucking old. I don't want to be one of these fucking internet guys where you guys talk your shit about me. You know what I mean? After you're dead, Which happened once before because there was a whole rumor that I died. And you see people, oh, fuck him, that piece of shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, nice. Anyway. So when I go off, bro. So that's what I did. I figured, fuck it. I'm not going to rob a bank for $5 because you're still going to go to jail. So if I'm going to go to jail, I'm going to go to jail for $1 million. That's my thinking. So if I'm going to fucking no longer be natty, why be, I'm not going to lose my nattiness just for a fucking little pill of fucking, take a couple pills of fucking, D-ball. I'm going to go full tilt. So I went full tilt to all the way to natty. Didn't take anything, didn't take test boosters, none of that shit. To now I'm going to go I'm going to take anything that has to do with testosterone. So I went fucking balls to the walls. But I got to be honest with you. Like I said, part of me died when I did this. It did. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? I had that natty pride, just like Kai Green had that. If you talk to Kai Green, he had natty pride. He knew. Dude, Kai Green is a natty. Could kick the shit of most of pros today. Okay? He was good. He was that fucking good. I mean, he used to win all the time as a natty. He was that fucking good. Okay? Same thing with Flexitron there. He was a good fucking natty. But I think I could have beat Flexitron, but I don't think I could have beat Kai Green. You know what I mean? It was good. He was good. I'm just telling you. All right? I'm just telling you. Flexitron was a great natty too. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people thinking, oh, Valentino, listen to you, you're thinking it good. No, I'm talking with natty, as a natty versus natty. Okay? Flexitron was a good natural bodybuilder. Don't get me wrong. He was very good. But I had the legs, the symmetry. I had structure. Kai Green. Wow. Okay? I'm not blowing smoke up Kai Green's ass. But I'm just telling you, I never seen a natty bodybuilder as good as him. I'm telling you now. I've never seen a natty bodybuilder as good as Gregg. So that was back then, all right? And I really didn't think anybody could beat me. I was cocky, not for nothing. I was cocky. No, I'm not cocky now, but I knew I was really good natty bodybuilder. Structure, bro. All about the structure. Small joints, sweepy thighs, the whole bit. I had all that going. That density on Kai Green was not normal. It was not normal to a natty. It's almost impossible for a natty to get that. It's a 1 in a million, and he had it. So there you go. That's how I transitioned from, and it was because I was already a drug dealer, so I had the stuff like that. Okay? I had the steroids there. I held out for a long time until I just felt like, fuck this shit. I earned it. I earned the right to take steroids. I had put 23 years in already naturally. These guys were walking around super fucking jacked. I was training some of these guys, and they were getting better than me. And meanwhile, they walked in looking like Pee Wee Herman. And I was just like, fuck this. I'm going to go for it, And my mindset anyway, back then, I'm a drug dealer. So I'm like, fuck it, Got the supply right there. Let's do it, I don't have to fucking put out any money. I made so much money. I had the profit and everything. I can open 100 bottles of that shit. I still have a lot of profit. So I did it. That's what I did. All right, I went for the kill. There you go. That's how I transitioned from a natty to a juice fucking Frankenstein, I was a fucking chemical fucking juggernaut. I was a fucking, I was 275 pounds. I'm a 5'6", and I was 275 pounds. I wasn't fat, okay? But I couldn't breathe either, so I don't want that now. That'll kill you now. All right. By the way, even Rich Piano was going to start taking his weight down. You can't be fucking 300 pounds, 275, and all that shit as you're getting older. It's going to catch up with you, and then you're going to be one of these guys the internet's talking about. You know what I mean? All right. Next week we're going to get a little deep. But anyway, I figured I'd tell you this week. I hope you guys like this story. All right, guys, listen to me. So we learned about anti-aging. We learned you got to take multivitamins. You got to take digestive enzymes. You got to drink apple cider vinegar. You got to take extra bromelain with the digestive enzymes, the multi-digestive enzymes. We know you got to take probiotics, okay, because we want to keep the digestive tract, which is your immune system. You got to keep that fucking really going well. You got to keep insulin management down by no sugar, no starches. Keep all that. Only once in a while, blue moon, keep your fats up, your good fats, okay. Take your good fats up there. Take fish oils and all that good shit. And then we learned about, what happened with me as a natty. How I went from being this natural bodybuilder, undefeated, blah, 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 and all this other bullshit that goes along with it. Then Kai Green, I couldn't believe what he looked like naturally. We butted heads together. It was maybe 1992. Somewhere around there, I think it was. I hadn't, a couple of years later, I think it was 95 when I started taking steroids. So something like that, okay? So I was still natty when I saw him. He was younger. I was already, I'm like, I don't know. I was already like 13, 14 years older than him. But maybe less. I don't know, 12 years old. I don't know. He was maybe 21 years old. He had 20, 21. I don't know. He was young, but he was fucking jacked. And so we learned about that. All right. Listen, I want to thank every one of you guys for being here. I try to do this, talking smack here. We're trying to do this show because I want to get into, like, subjects that we, not talked about so much in bodybuilding, because we all live a life here, bro, outside of bodybuilding, too. And a lot of people have anxieties and problems in their life and all these other different situations that are hitting them. And if I can help you, because, dude, I've been through hell, bro. You have no idea. A lot of you know my story. Some of you have read my book. You know what I've gone through, okay? And my shit's all documents on television and everything, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm not talking about the exploding arm bullshit. That didn't happen like that. I'm talking about my arrest was televised. I was arrested by Jeanine Pirro, you know what I mean? Judge Jeanine on Fox News. She personally arrested me, 20 years ago. So there's a lot of shit I've been through, you know what I mean? I was with real gangsters, not no fucking, bullshit, real deal guys, and then, bad fucking gangbangers as well. A lot of bullshit. Anyway, so I want to, if I can help you guys with my life's experience, again, as you get older, wisdom comes, you know what I mean? And I'm going to be 60 years old. I take care of myself so I don't look at But the reality is I am that old, and I have the wisdom. I've been around, and I don't mind talking about shit. And you know, I do it. I've helped. I can't tell you how many people I've helped from killing themselves. That's a fucking fact, bro. If you knew me, and people who know me will tell you that, you know, I'm always there, and I help a lot of people. And that's really what I want to do here with Talking Smack. I don't want to talk about training and bodybuilding and all that stuff. I don't mind some of that here. Okay, but we're going to keep a lot of the training stuff and, you know, the bodybuilding world stuff for Country Crush. Talking about bodybuilding, you know, like, you know, training, nutrition, and all the other bullshit. We keep a lot of that with Country Crush. Here we'll talk a little bit about some of that stuff, but I want to get more into your life here. I want you to be able to sit back after watching these videos and go, you know, holy shit, you know. Even something like the story I just told you about being Natty and all that stuff. Those things, you know, matter. You know what I mean? Maybe you can get a little something out of that. You know, if it helps you to make your decisions and think about things. I can tell you this. The fact that I waited so many years, you know, to do steroid, that I had that foundation and the genetics, but it helps me now, okay? And, you know, just talking about aging and everything like that, you guys got to understand, man, it's a real thing. We're all going to get older. Everybody looks good when they're young, okay? Everybody looks good when they're young. I know a girl who just killed herself not too long ago, and she was a model. She's been on TV and everything, and because she can't take it, because she's turned 40. Shit, she could be my daughter. But anyway, so that's what we're doing here at Talking Smack. So if you got any real deal questions or real shit, heavy shit, real shit, you know, stuff that's not like how do you build your biceps or any of that kind of shit, put it down here. I want to see what you have to say. If we can help you, if you're going through something, maybe you need a little advice, okay, you know, you're having trouble with your life, I want to help you. I really do. So put it down here. All right, we'll talk about it. All right? Gabish? All right. So listen, thanks for being here. You bunch of fucking momos. Stop fucking around. Stop fucking around. Do what you got to do in your life. All right? Get busy. I love you guys. And, you know, be good to your girl. Be good to your significant other. Treat the wife like she's gold, bro. Date your wife. And dude, you better be, if you got kids, you better be good to your kids. You better pay child support. Don't be a fucking deadbeat dad. If you're a deadbeat dad, I want you to fucking unsubscribe to this channel right now. Okay? Subscribe. Make sure that, you know, you do the right thing. Alright? Alright. I'll see you guys here next week. Thanks for being here, man. It means a lot to me.
At Titan Medical Center, we are here to make you feel better, look better, and perform better. We're here to get you to your optimal levels in the most natural way possible. We are a boutique-style clinic without the boutique-style costs. All medications are monitored and prescribed by a physician. Let us help you get the results you've been wanting. Come to Titan Medical Center for the most cutting-edge therapies and the most current information on how to take the most natural approach to your health.